In this section, we want to learn about slope of a line and rate of change. Slope of the line is defined as change in y over change in x. In other words, that's rise over run. This horizontal change is change in x, and this vertical change is change in y. Let's work with examples. In this problem, we want to find the slope of the line graphed here. To figure out the slope of the line, we have to know change in y and change in x. To do that, we will consider 2 points on the straight line and identify the coordinate. This coordinate is 1 and 3, and this coordinate is -4 and -3. When we figure out change in y, we will think about the difference between these 2 points. So 3 minus -3, that'll be about rise. Sorry, that is -2. That's -2. And change in x is 1 minus -4. 1 minus -4. So we have this one will make plus because minus will make plus. So 3 plus 2 over the same happens in the denominator. So it becomes 1 plus 4. So 5 over 5, that's 1. So slope is 1. What you are doing is change in y. So when you think about the change in y, you will think about one direction. So what I'm saying is change in y over change in x. So it's better to write 3 and then corresponding x right below the y coordinate. Minus, do the same. And this is y value, so -2. And we write the corresponding x value, -4. So we organize that in a consistent way. So this is the coordinate, and this is another coordinate. That's the way we will organize the fraction. What is not is you write 3 minus -2 and exchange. So you just write -4 minus 1, then that'll be wrong. So you have to be consistent in arranging the x and y in the first and second place. You can switch the order, but you have to be consistent vertically. In the next example, we want to find the slope of the line passing through the points -9, -6, and -4 and 5. As I said, you will organize the point in a way that x coordinate and y coordinate are vertically well arranged. So we chose to think about the first -4 and 5 in the first place, and then you will write y coordinate and x coordinate consistently, and minus and y coordinate and x coordinate in the other coordinate. And then we calculate the numerator and denominator separately. Then it'll be 5 plus 6 over -5 plus 9. So that'll be 11 over 5. The first problem is find the slope of the line passing through the points -4 and 9 and 2 and 9. We have to think about changing y and changing x. As I said, we have to be consistent. Let's choose this one in the first place, and then 9 over 2 minus 9 over -4. This one is in the second one. So that is 0. And minus will make plus. And so it is 2 plus 4. So that is 0 over 6, which is 0. In the next problem, we have to find the slope of the line passing through the points -2, 9, and -2 and -6. Let's choose this one first. Then y value -6, x value is -2, minus y value in another coordinate is 9, and x value is -2. So that is -15 over 2 plus 2, which is -15 over the first coordinate is -2. So this is 0. So what we know is 1 over 0 is undefined. Denominator of the fraction cannot be 0, so that's undefined. So the slope is undefined. What happens in this case is y value changes, but x value remains the same. So when we visualize that, that becomes this vertical line. So the slope is a sort of infinity, and that's undefined. Let's draw the graph of the line with a slope -2 and y-intercept -3. Slope -2 means slope is -2 over 1. So that's -2 over 1. And that means change in y is -2 and change in x is 1. That means when we move to the right 1 unit, y value drops 2. And y-intercept is -3. So coordinate value will be 0 and -3. When we plot it, that's this point. Algebraic interpretation of this slope is when we change x by 1, we add 1 to the x-axis coordinate, and y-coordinate is -3, but y changes by 2. So we have to add -2 here. Then it'll be 1 and -5. So it must pass 1 and -5. That's plotted here. And then we have to join these 2 points to get this straight line to finish the problem. The next problem is graph the line with slope -1 passing through the point 2 and 4. 1 point is given concretely, so we plot the point 2 and 4. This is 2 and this is 4, and slope is -1, so that can be written as -1/1. That is changing y, -1, and changing x, 1. So we have 2 and 4, and change in x is 1. So we have to add 1 here. And when x changes by 1, y changes by 4. So it increases 4. So 4, let's write down original number first, -1 plus 4. So it must pass 3 and 3. So I plot at 3 and 3, and we joined these 2 points to finish the problem.